Welcome to Pemberley Farm. Today we're going to talk about raised beds, and we're going to show you a few of our raised beds. Some of them already planted for the fall and winter, and some of them in progress. So this bed happens to be broccoli, mostly broccoli. At the back we have some kale. Now this bed is one of our older beds, and several years ago the whole bed was full of broccoli, and oh, it was beautiful. If I can find the photo to add in here, I'll show you a picture of it and place it in this video. If not, you'll just have to wait until it's time for this broccoli to be ready. And this little bed is planted with a few plants of spinach because the dog ate some of it. So not the little dog you see, but the big white dog that likes to wallow in the raised beds. And coming on down, this bed's smaller than that first one, and it is cauliflower. Now I've never tried cauliflower before, but Ashley wanted to try it, and so we're going to try it. Something else I've never tried before is celery. But the local store had celery for sale in the plants, a 6-pack of plants. So I went ahead and got it. I said, yeah, it's worth a try. I'm just going to try it. This is dinosaur kale, or Lasianto kale. This is just a little 4x4 bed, and that's all we'll put in that. Now this bed, it doesn't look like much, and I don't know that the camera is picking up some of the small onions that are coming up, but these are Egyptian walking onions. Don't have many of them, and I realize this is a big empty bed for not many onions, but eventually it will fill up, and so I just designated this bed as the walking onion bed. Over here we have what will become, in a few minutes, the garlic bed. And that bag right there is full of elephant garlic from Hoss Tools. I've got a number of seeds from them, but I've not tried their garlic, and so this is what we're going to try in this bed. This will be the elephant garlic bed. So now I'm going to show you some of the beds that are in progress. Now that is a sad looking thing, isn't it? It looks empty, because it is, except for some landscape cloth that we had put in it and some clay. Now you might say, why would you put clay in there? Well, we live in a very sandy area, and because of that I try to line the bottom of these raised beds with clay, so that it helps retain the moisture just a little bit, because raised beds, just by the very fact of what they are, will lose moisture faster than the ground. And since we do live in a very sandy area, this is what I do to try to help that out a little bit. Now you'll see the landscape fabric got all kind of messed up. This bed was full. I mean, this bed has been here for several years, but it was just really tired and just a mess, and so we just dug it up, took everything out of it except down to the clay, and are starting over. Same with this little bed right here. So they've been here for years, so it's not like we do this every year. They've been here for years. But like I said, the soil was tired, and amending it was not working so well, and I just decided to just forget about it and take it all out and start over. And so what we start over with is, because this is sandy area, I don't have a lot of really good rich dirt. So I buy dirt from my local nurseryman, and I buy mushroom compost. And that's what I use in these raised beds. And you can see this one, that black that was sprinkled over the top of this, that's the mushroom compost. Well, there's some of it in the pile right there where we've been digging off of it. And it does really well in these raised beds. I've used it for years, and it does really well. Okay, back around to the other side here. And this long big bed here, it's the biggest bed in this area that we've got, and it's a carrot bed. Now I've got carrots planted in the ground elsewhere, but this bed we've done carrots in before and they did pretty well. And I'm going to back up, and this little bed right here is a permanent, and we've pulled too much of the dirt back away from these, but a permanent garlic chive and common chive bed. And you know that parsley is a biennial, and so this is where parsley lives all the time too, and when it gets too big and goes to seed, then we start over. But this bed always has the 2 chives and parsley in it. And my parsley just planted, and it's getting a little late because at Christmas I use a lot of parsley in things I do at Christmas, when cheese balls and things like that. But this garlic chive, I've had the beginnings of it for many, many, many years. I bought it at an herb shop in the mountains of North Carolina. It was planted where we lived before we moved here. I dug up some of it there and brought it here, and probably could go back to where I lived and it would still be some there because it's very prolific and it seeds really easy and really well. As a matter of fact, there's some of it growing in between some of the beds here, and this bed, there's some growing. I don't know if you can see it. The light's not quite right for what I'm doing this afternoon, so I apologize for that. But this bed is one we haven't worked on yet, and it's next. This sad looking thing is pineapple sage, and it's going away. It's time for it to go away. It dies back. And then I cut it off, and all this pineapple sage started as one little bitty plant. And I tell you, it just goes crazy and takes over. So what I'm going to do this year when we redo this bed is take this pineapple sage up, because now it's like 4 different plants. Take it up and put it somewhere where I don't care if it goes crazy. And so that's what I'm going to do with this bed, and then I'll redo this bed in probably some perennial herbs that don't completely take over the world like pineapple sage does. So this is just a quick look at just this area of raised beds. There are 10 here. We have 8 more. So what are we doing here? Well, this is where we're going to plant the garlic. And that's what I'm going to do right now. We had put the compost and the dirt in here. I should have put my hair back, so if y'all see hair hanging down, just overlook it. Anyway, I just want to show you this garlic. This is the elephant garlic. That is 1 clove. I'm hoping you can see that. That is 1 clove, not 1 head. That is amazing to me. So that's what we're planting, and I'll dump them all out so you can see. Look at that one, it's even bigger. So that's what we're going to plant, and we'll plant it 2 to 3 inches deep. And because there's not but about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 of them. So we'll just kind of distribute it evenly in this bed because this is all that's going to go in there. And I just want to thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook. We put things on Facebook that are not always in video. So give us a look on Facebook as well. It's Pemberley Farm. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.